Hello, and welcome to week number 3 of the Evaluating Interpretive Exhibits course. We have a lot to do this week. Just going through a book I picked up. Might be worthwhile for you to add it to your library. It has lots of ideas. Preparing an evaluation report, samples of questionnaires, all kinds of good things. And that's what we'll be working on this week. Is The first part is for you, number 7, is to look at developing mock-ups and then evaluating mock-ups of exhibits. And I've given you three different levels of mock-ups. And if you would go back and review from our evaluation matrix from the Interpretive Master Planning book, that starts on page 126. And think about if those mock-ups were at your museum, just how would you go about evaluating them? What techniques do you think might be best to find out if the objectives that those exhibits were designed to accomplish actually being accomplished? So it's a way of thinking about techniques, different kinds of evaluation techniques. And then I also then like you to think about doing some evaluation work for your own exhibits. Two of the articles I have for you for reading, especially for unit number 8, is our kind of our article on our summary of exhibits for the Sioux Falls Science Center that we did, Kirby Science Center, where we had all kinds of interesting findings from our results. And then also I gave you a sample of one of the questionnaires that we designed. And the way it would work is on a Monday, we'd have 30 kids come in, and we give them a written pre-test. The pre-test, as you can see from the questionnaire, had questions about some of the key points from each of the exhibits. And we usually had about 12 exhibits that were set up for being mocked up. And then the kids would do a post-test after they spent some time with the exhibits. And then we look at the results, and we go in on Tuesday, make any changes to label, copy, or to designs. Another wave 2, would come in on Wednesday. And then we look at those results and make changes on Thursday. And then wave 3 would come in on Friday. And so the report that you have there has the questionnaires. But look at the graph at the end of that paper, where you can see that some of the exhibits just weren't working, no matter what we were doing to them. So if you got those results, when you did pre and post tests and observational studies and things for your exhibits, what would you do if you had exhibits that you just couldn't get to work? And that's what that one graph shows. We had several exhibits that created negative learning, and we'll talk more about that, and what to do with some of the results next week in week number 4. So there's quite a bit for you to think about for the assignments for week number 3, and I hope you have a sense of challenge and enjoyment. And as you can see, there's lots of right ways to do evaluations, but what you really have to remember that you're doing is finding out if the objectives for your exhibits are being accomplished at at least a 55 or 60% level, if not better, and if they're getting your theme, and also if people understand the exhibits. And that's where our timing studies go, where if it takes 3 minutes to read the whole exhibit label copy, but people only spend 25 seconds there, then you know that you have a problem, and then you have to go find out why, what's causing people to not want to spend time with that exhibit. So that's it for week number 3. Lots of things for you to do and think about. I'll see you in the chat room. And anytime you want to talk with me more, we can talk on Skype, or I can call you through Skype if you want to talk for 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour about your project. I know we can't do a lot just in a chat room, and I'm sure you probably have lots of other questions that we can talk about at length. So that's it for week number 3. I hope you find it challenging and interesting. Hope you find the readings to be of interest. And I'll look forward to talking with you in the chat room. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.